In the race for New York governor, 50% of voters say Democrat Kathy Hochul is their choice. Republican Congressman Lee Zeldin is getting just 35% of those surveyed, with 9% undecided and more still favoring a third-party candidate. Hochul is bolstered by strong majorities within communities of color and women. The poll found she's getting 72% of black or African-American voters and 59% of Latinx voters and 57% of female voters.
We're seeing minority voters really coming home to Kathy Hochul and supporting her pretty in wide margins, whereas white voters are pretty evenly split between Hochul and Zeldin.
The gloves have really come off in recent weeks in this race, with Hochul painting Zeldin, who opposes abortion and voted to decertify the results of the 2020 election, as out of touch with New Yorkers. She even said at a recent rally last month,
"Just jump on a bus and head down to Florida where you belong, okay? Get out of town. Get out of town. Because you don't represent our values. You are not New Yorkers."
Zeldin has said abortion access would remain largely unchanged even if he's elected, but he wants to have a conversation about late-term abortions. Still, the poll found a strong majority, 80% of New Yorkers, support abortion, including in the third trimester, especially if the mother's life is at risk, which is the current New York law. Zeldin has often said jobs, inflation, and crime are the main issues when he's asked about abortion, saying Hochul is out of step with New Yorkers.
She doesn't want to talk about crime or the economy. She'll run away from the conversations that need to be had every single day related to New Yorkers' concerns on crime and the economy.
And the poll does show that the economy is the top issue for 38% of voters, with abortion being at about 14%, healthcare at 10%, and gun violence at 9%. Zeldin has also promised to force the rehiring of people fired for not complying with vaccine mandates, namely in New York City. And New Yorkers agree with him on that issue. 52% say yes, workers fired over vaccine mandates should get their jobs back. 30% say no, 19% have no opinion. On the issue of New York's controversial bail reform laws, 61% say they've increased crime, 28% say they've had no impact, and 11% say they've decreased crime. And finally, on the issues of New York's new gun background check laws and regulations declaring gun-free zones like Times Square, New Yorkers were pretty well divided, not really sure what the impact would be on crime of those new regulations. Tamsin and Aaron.